pray. Oh, merciful Father, oh, please hear my prayer. Oh, Father.
Good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, Petite Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. Once again, welcome to Good Morning Grenada for today, Friday. It is the 19th day of July. Let us make a joyful noise at this time. We're alive. We're on the wake-up list.
Hear my prayer. So even though my life is filled with so much ups and
On
downs,
the wake-up list.
I know you got the powers.
There are so many who went to bed last night and did not get through this morning.
Miracle.
Count yourself blessed. Not lucky, but blessed.
Yes, you are my savior, and I put my trust in you. Oh, Father.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Mary E. Banks, good morning to you. Michelle Bernard, good morning. Yulin Alexander, of course. And of course, Yulin is dancing along with me this morning.
Thank you for
So too is Mildred Smith and Shem
Father.
enjoying this one
Holy Spirit.
on the morning.
Oh, my child.
Veronica Sandy, good morning.
Play the music. Play it one more time. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills from whence cometh my help.
Saying good morning to you, Debbie and the family out there in Grand Bacolet in St.
I can't tell,
Andrew.
neither can I say.
Also, good morning to you, Barbara
All my
from Rukin, Sugar Hole.
until my work
How do you do?
I'll try to do my best. And once I give myself this, you'll take care of the rest. Yes, Lord.
Sing.
Oh, Father, thank you for the privilege. Oh,
Thank you for the health.
to share this love.
I claim it.
Oh, Father, nothing more I want to do.
Again, wanted to say good morning to Mr. Mark Dodson and the family out there in Christchurch, Barbados.
Oh, my child, hear my
Yeah, good morning. Thanks for it, man. Yeah.
hear my prayer. Hear my prayer.
Morning, Barbara. How you doing? You good?
Oh, Father,
Sugar Hole live as usual.
the talk. Oh, merciful Father, but strive to walk the walk. Yes. Oh,
Rolanda, good morning. How you doing?
I example
I told Princess to give you a big hug and a kiss for me yesterday. Did you get that?
to you.
Zephyrin McLeod, oh man, I'm so impressed with that concert. I see you all putting together, Donnie McClurkin and a group. They're putting together a concert for the relief efforts in Grenada and Jamaica.
Oh, just what
They're doing that, I think it's next Sunday.
merciful Father.
I know Zephyrin is behind this. Yeah. Sylvina Childs, good morning to you.
Oh, my child,
Fitzroy Adams, good morning to all my fellow comrades.
hear my prayer.
Okay, then wake up, Princess, and ask her. Lovely, 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 lovely day. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Yeah, and it's now time for us to do the word of the day. And the word of the day today, it is incidents. Incidents. INCIDENCE. Now, incidents refers to the number of times something happens or develops. In other words, the rate at which something occurs. All right, incidents. INCIDENCE. Okay, it refers to the number of times something happens or develops. In other words, the rate at which something occurs. Here's how we can use it in a sentence. The neighborhood boasts excellent schools and a low incidence of crime. Yeah, that's a nice one. I like that. Yeah.
Hear my prayer.
24 minutes on to 7.
Thank you for the sacrifice. Oh, merciful Father. Oh, yes, I'm still alive. Play the music.
All those of us who are happy that God raised us up this morning, raise your hand like me. Raise your hand, you know what I'm saying? Thankful for life. Let me tell you this, life is going to be challenging because that's the way it was intended to be, because it's within those challenges when everything else fails, you know that it has to be the man above that took care of it, yeah? So now the struggles, the difficulties, the hard times, they were not meant to break you, but just to improve and increase on your faith, yeah? So remember that.
My Savior, and I put my trust in you.
Oh, this is the most appropriate song in the morning. Trust me on that.
Oh, merciful Father.
Ariel, Kitty Cat, Alwyn, good morning.
Oh, Father.
Munich, good morning to you.
Oh, merciful Father. Through your grace, my soul is.
Mama Can, good morning. La Poetry inside of Marquis, good morning.
Oh, Masha.
Hope I said it right. La Poetry in Marquis. We have a La Poetry up Tivoli side, but there's one in Marquis too, yeah? Just like there's a River Sally in St. Mark. Good morning, St. Mark. 23 minutes on to the half 7.
Unto the hills from whence cometh my help.
Reaching out and saying good morning to all the police officers, all the departments, especially the fire department. Good morning.
Future.
Sergeant Pursue, good morning. That's my partner in a khaki suit, boy. Oh, promotion. You're telling me?
Is over. I'll try to do
Come on, guys. You guys work hard, man. So it's time to reap the benefits of your hard labor.
the rest. Yes, Lord.
Mr. Vincent at the machine shop, good morning to you, bro.
For the privilege. Oh, merciful Father.
The distinguished gentleman himself, Mr. Doobie, said good morning to you.
Oh, Father.
It's 22 minutes on to the hour of 7. It's time for us to take the motivational tip of the day.
Oh, Masha. Hear my cry. Hear my cry. Hear my cry. Oh, Father, I don't only want to talk the talk.
And listen to this one this morning. Nadisha, this one is for you. And the folks inside of Cafe. It says, nature has given us all the pieces required to achieve exceptional wellness and health. But it has left it up to us to put these pieces together.
Thank you for my family.
And that's so very true because, trust me, only yesterday I realized how significant a fruit guava is.
I don't know just what the future holds. This is the day
Yeah.
made.
You know, and there's a big guava tree right as I go up my step, and I had enough guava when I was young at the top of the Pearls Airport.
Yeah, my
Man, especially once you pass 40, use as much guava as possible. Boil the leaves and make tea and eat the fruits. And yeah, not too much, okay? Everything must be done in moderation. Remember that.
be the same. But since what
Good morning to all the busmen of the nation.
granted, I want to say thank you, Jesus, for all you've done for me. Yes, Lord. Oh, Father. Thank you for
Michael Douglas, good morning. Wow.
merciful Father. Oh, please.
Is this the real Michael Douglas? The gentleman that starred the movie Basic Instinct?
For the sacrifice. Oh, merciful Father. Oh, yes, I'm
Sharon Bartholomew, good morning, all the way from Northern Virginia. Happy Friday, she says.
oh, Masha.
Inspector Leon McQueen and family, good morning, good morning, good morning. Zilon,
Hear my cry.
Miss Randa,
So even though my life
Bernard,
with so much ups and
Screamer, good morning.
I know you're
And my little princess and AJ, good morning to you.
around.
Corinth and a whole, good morning, good morning, good morning, Corinth.
That my God can do. And yes, you are my Savior. And I put my trust.
All right, folks, it's now time for us to do the nutritional health tip of the day. Please listen carefully, okay?
Oh, merciful Father, you provide my needs.
Follow these steps and you'll be fine. Drink lots of water.
Research has shown that eating a healthy and balanced diet can reduce the risk of developing some types of cancers. Having a healthy, well-planned diet can help you to maintain healthy eating patterns, which can help to manage the body's weight and vitals. According to the American Institute for Cancer Research, having a healthier diet can help to prevent up to 1/3 of cancers. 50% of the most common cancers can be prevented by eating well, exercising, not smoking, protecting your skin, and getting vaccinated. It is also proven that being obese or overweight can put you at risk of developing some types of cancers. Cancer Research UK also advises that your overall diet, which is what you would normally eat over the course of a week, is more important than individual foods when it comes to cancer prevention. The research states that eating a healthy diet overall can help you to manage your weight. Eating whole grains regularly would help improve your digestive system, and eating fewer red meats would help you to reduce the occurrence of cancers in the bowel and digestive system. It is advised to eat more fruit and vegetables, eat lots of whole grains, and foods that are high in fiber. Eat some healthy sources of protein like fresh meat and fish, and eat less processed foods such as canned meats and red meat. And incorporate dairy if desired, as it can contribute towards a healthy, balanced diet. When it comes to cancer prevention, there is no meal plan or diet that can guarantee that you don't develop the disease. However, eating a healthy, balanced diet can reduce the risk. Grenada's food-based dietary guidelines advises that you should eat a variety of healthy and safe foods and add a larger number of fruits and colorful vegetables to your daily diet to help promote a healthy body. For example, regularly eating foods that are high in fiber can reduce the risk of bowel cancer. The guidelines also advises to flavor foods with local fresh seasonings and spices, avoid highly processed foods, snacks, and drinks as they are high in fat, salt, and sugar. Eat what you grow and grow what you eat. Drink more water and avoid alcohol. Implementing these habits in your daily life can help to promote healthier eating habits and a healthier lifestyle. Until next time, the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council reminds you to look, eat, and feel well.
No alcohol. I caution you.
So let us rejoice and be glad.
Good morning, Cruz and family. Peck, good morning. Eggies, you heard that, right? I told you all, it's time to cease and desist.
Well, if I had another.
All right, folks, it's now time for us to take that break because we've got to do the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather.
Just wouldn't be this.
And just to give you a foresight, hopefully next week, incorporated within our morning programming, we should be having a traffic report, a live traffic report from the RGPF, keeping us abreast with what's happening as it relates to the traffic. So we look forward to that new addition. We take that break. When we come back, we've got the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather.
Thank you for this.
Mark your calendars for a day of non-stop fun and laughter. The St. George's Lions Club, Spice Mass, and Grenlec present All Mass 2024. It's all happening at the Grenada Youth Center on Sunday, July 21st, starting at 3 p.m. Tickets are just $35 for adults and $15 for children 12 and under. Grab yours from any Lions and Leo members, Grenadian Optical, and Clear Vision. All Mass promises humorous antics and infectious laughter for the whole family. Be there. This advertisement sponsored by Demerara Mutual Life. Am with them.
Spend $50 or more at any Hubbard's department or participating outlets for a chance to win free fuel, free drinks, free prizes, free property and vehicular insurance, free Hub TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free Dutch Lady milk, free passes to Sunshine promotion events for 2024, free groceries, all for one whole year. And every winner receives a free lunch package. But that's not all. Drive away in style in a brand new Isuzu D-Max. It sips, it doesn't guzzle. So fill out your entries and place them into the marked entry boxes. This promotion is brought to you in part by Dutch Lady, Danny, Promo, Supreme Bleach, Creative Chef, Grenlac, Floor, Salt Petroleum, Grenadian General Insurance Company Limited, Coca-Cola, Sunshine Promotion, Carib Breweries, Coop Bag, Sesame Spain, and Food Fear. Promotion run
Good morning. This is the GBN Morning News for today, Friday, July 19th, 2024. Coming up in the news, Grenada Bus Owners Association provides free transportation to sickle cell patients. In the region, members of Guyana's Defense Force held an army vehicle with marijuana. Internationally, Biden and Pelosi push Biden to reconsider the 2024 race ahead of convention. And in sports, the ICC has warned USA Cricket it risks being put on notice for non-compliance with its associate membership status. We've got the details to these and more after these messages.
It's the Quartz Appliance Event. Cook it, fry it, bake it on a new Mabe stove for only $1,799. Stack it, pack it, and chill it with a Frigidaire 4-mount fridge for $2,749. Laundry piling up? Wash it, spin it, dry it in a Frigidaire 17-kilogram washing machine top, only $2,399. Get it now and pay later. It's the Quartz Appliance Event, only at Quartz, bringing value home. Offers end July 24th, 2024. Conditions apply.
Fly the Jones Switch, it's Lava Man. It's all about spice up the Carnat Soca Monarch competition. It starts on the 26th of July. It's going to go on to the 2nd of August, then the 9th for the finals. I will be the host. Fly the Jones Switch. Get there, see you there, be there. Nothing but vibes. Real mashup, yeah? Mad.
Hello, good morning. Gordon Josephine with the details. In the first gesture of its kind for the Grenada Bus Owners Association, members have come to the aid of a sickle cell patient, providing him with free transportation to get his dressing done. My colleague Chrislina John has more in this report.
It's been a painful 31-year journey for Kerish Julian of Belmont St. George, who has been battling sickle cell disease throughout his lifetime. Every day, Julian makes the strenuous journey to the General Hospital to get new dressings on ulcers on both feet, which are sometimes unbearable and restrict his mobility. Getting to and from hospital daily is costing him, and money is not readily available since he is home on sick leave due to the nature of his illness. On Thursday, the Grenada Bus Owners Association stepped forward to ease some of his financial burden by providing aid for his daily commute. It was a first for the association. Julian was presented a special card that will allow him to get to and from the General Hospital. Derek McKenzie, president of the GABOA, said they have been partnering for years with various entities.
For the past years, we've been forging, building bonds with different organizations. And when the Sickle Cells Foundation reached out to us, we treated no different. So we actually did consider their request by assisting the gentleman with transportation. And we lofty design a card which we deem transportation assistance pass that he can access any one of the association buses to get to and from so he can get to his treatment.
The presentation was made by Edwin Lewis, trustee of the association. He explained how the card, which is valid for 6 months, ought to be used.
And I'm here today and pleased with my members, my colleagues, to support Mr. Julian in his challenges of his sickle cells problems. Mr. Julian, this is an official pass, so you can transport on the Bus Association buses that have our logo on it. So you can just look out for the buses with the logo and present this to them, and they will allow you free transportation to go and take care of your health challenges.
Julian expressed his gratitude to all those supporting him on his journey.
I want to say thanks to the Sickle Cells Association, to Ms. Matwich and she daughter for always being day one with me, being my support, like they always do. And you need them the most, and they reach so far to do this one. I very appreciate it, and very thanks to the Bus Association, and I hope to recover very soon to do better for myself.
The front of the card contains a picture of Julian, his name, date issued and expiry date, and the association's logo and motto, while the back provides information on where to return the card if it is lost and found. Christina John, GBN News.
A very noble gesture there, and a very commendable one indeed. Meanwhile, Bradley James, a 35-year-old resident of Laborie in St. George, made his first court appearance at the St. George's Magistrates Court on Thursday morning to face charges of possession of a firearm and possession of ammunition. Now, these charges stem from an operation conducted by the RGPF on Tuesday in Laborie, during which a .22 firearm and 2 rounds of ammunition were discovered. James had no legal representation as he stood before Magistrate Tahira Jeleno, who granted him bail of $40,000 with 2 sureties. There was no objection from the prosecution. James's bail conditions require him to surrender all travel documents and report to the St. Paul's Police Station every Monday and Friday between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Less than 2 weeks away from the expiration of the firearms amnesty implemented by government, an appeal is once again being made by the Royal Grenada Police Force for individuals in possession of illegal firearms and or ammunition to surrender them at any police station, police headquarters, or through an attorney without fear of prosecution or questioning. The RGPF is also asking persons who are aware of anyone in possession of illegal firearms or ammunition to encourage them to take advantage of this amnesty and turn them in. Now that concludes the first segment, the local segment of news. Stay with us, the regional roundup and international developments, together with the sporting highlights. They are straight ahead. It's 6 minutes away from 7 o'clock. At this time, we join the Caribbean News Desk for this morning's edition of the Caribbean News Roundup.
From the Caribbean News Desk, the morning edition. Good morning. I'm Kendall Morgan.
And I'm Dennis Chabot with the latest from across the Caribbean.
The Vincentian government is getting some figures on its post-Hurricane Beryl reconstruction costs, particularly in the devastated housing sector. An initial rapid assessment needs report by the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, CDEMA, puts estimated building costs for housing at between $215 and $400 million East Caribbean dollars. That's between 80 and 150 million US dollars. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves quoted the CDEMA report in a statement to Parliament yesterday, where he also signaled that low levels of insurance will impact the level of rebuilding support required.
Let's take where the damage has been greatest, Union Island, where you have close to 1,300 structures. We checked the insurances, and only 79 out of 1,300. So that points to where that recovery from this housing disaster in Union is greater because of the lack of insurance.
Meanwhile, Vincentian opposition leader Dr. Godwin Friday is bemoaning the non-inclusion of elected members of the opposition in the government's response to the Hurricane Beryl disaster. Dr. Friday says this is so even though elected members of his new Democratic Party NDP are parliamentary representatives for some of the worst affected areas.
There was no effort from any member of government at any level or any agency of government to reach out to any elected member from the NDP in the constituencies that were worsted, not to seek or to provide information. That is simply not good enough. But we rise above that for the benefit of our people, and we work to help them to cope with and recover from this natural disaster.
Bermuda's economy has recovered from the COVID-19 pandemic and is continuing to grow, but the cost of living remains high. The Economy and Labor Minister is Jason Harewood.
The economy is improving and expanding, but the cost of living continues to remain a challenge for both businesses and households, and we are actually cognizant of that. Our inflation rate has abated a bit, but that is not what people are actually feeling in their actual pockets. And so I understand that there's a disconnect between what somebody may feel from the earned household economy, meaning their purchasing power, and the overall performance of the economy.
Jamaica's Minister of Justice Delroy Chuck is recommending that judges provide more written submissions. He made it a suggestion to Jamaica's first female president of the Court of Appeal, Justice Marva MacDonald Bishop, at her swearing-in ceremony.
You don't have to go the full way of the American system, where most appeals are dealt with in writing, and the attorneys have only 15 minutes, at most half an hour, to make their presentations. But I do believe one innovation which could improve the efficiency of our courts is for counsel to provide their arguments in writing and have less verbal presentations in the courts. That would certainly ensure that the efficiency level of the Court of Appeal will improve.
Meanwhile, the president of the Court of Appeal says she will consider recommendations generated by artificial intelligence on who is a good judicial leader and what is a model justice system.
It says the Scandinavian countries, Canada, and I think New Zealand have the best system. So I'm going to urge Minister Chuck to give the justice system some money so the Chief Justice and I can go to these countries to see what they have, because justice is connected to the economy. The economy is connected to governance. Governance is connected to voting. So we have to ensure that we see the circle.
Barbadians have been asked to take a 5-minute pause for a silent reflection tomorrow to demonstrate a commitment to a common peace in the country. Radio and the television stations have also been asked to play appropriate music during the pause, and the churches have been urged to align their weekend services to the cause. The call by Prime Minister Mayor Motley comes as the country faces a surge in violent crimes.
I ask now every Barbadian, each of us, to pause for 5 minutes this Saturday, July 20th at midday, for silent reflection wherever we are, whatever we are doing, other than, of course, the essential services. It is important that we pause and reflect for 5 minutes, even in Kedis Kadumant at midday, to send a signal that the majority of us want to build a common peace. We want a peaceful Barbados.
This has been the morning edition from the Caribbean News Desk. You may contact us by phone or WhatsApp at +592 700 9293. Thanks for listening.
And looking further afield, former President Barack Obama has privately expressed concerns to Democrats about President Joe Biden's candidacy, and Speaker Emerita Nancy Pelosi privately warned Biden that Democrats could lose the ability to seize control in the House if he didn't step away from the race. Pelosi, who also showed Biden polling that he likely can't defeat Republican Donald Trump, according to people familiar with the matter, who insisted on anonymity to discuss it. Time racing, Democrats at the highest levels are making a critical push for Biden to reconsider his re-election bid as unease grows at the White House and within the campaign at a fraught moment for the president and his party. And finally, thousands of students armed with sticks and rocks have clashed with armed police in Dhaka as the Bangladesh authorities cut some mobile internet services to quell protests against civil service hiring quotas. At least 17 people died during clashes at protests across Bangladesh on Thursday, local media reported, as authorities blocked mobile services across most of the South Asian country. 11 people were killed in clashes with police in Dhaka, including a bus driver whose body was brought to a hospital with a bullet wound to his chest, and a student, police sources told Al Jazeera. Hundreds of others were wounded. That concludes the regional roundup and the international developments. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. The ICC, that's the International Cricket Council, has warned USA Cricket, or USAC, that it risks being put on notice for non-compliance with its associate membership status, barely a month after the last game of a historic first-ever ICC global event staged in the country. The USA was a co-host with the West Indies of the T20 World Cup in June, staging games at 3 venues, and as the ICC acted on its long-held ambition of breaking into North America. But the difficulty of that ambition is evident in the warning, which says USAC is potentially in breach of 2 counts. One concerns USAC not fulfilling the governance norms set by the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee necessary for it to earn the national governing body status, which is mandatory for all sports that were last year added to the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles. And on the 2nd, the ICC has hauled up USAC for not having a fit-for-purpose administrative structure, including not filling in the vacant CEO position after it sacked the previous incumbent months into the job. That's the story we've got for you at this time. However, folks, we will be having a comprehensive report on the second test, West Indies versus England, that's being played at Trent Bridge. That's the sports at this time. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead. All right, folks, it's 5 minutes after 7 o'clock, and it's time for us to join the Met Office of the MBIA for the latest weather forecast. It's time for me to say good morning to my good friend Jonathan Johnny Price. Good morning, Johnny.
Good morning to you, and good morning, listeners. Here is the weather for today, Friday the 19th of July, 2024, as recorded at the Mount Bishop International Airport. It is currently partly cloudy. The winds are calm. Barometric pressure is 1015.7 millibars, which is above normal and rising. Present temperature is 27.5 degrees Celsius and relative humidity 89%. Yesterday's maximum was 31.2 degrees Celsius and the minimum last night 26.8 degrees Celsius. Only a trace of rainfall was recorded over the past 24 hours, hence the total for the month remains at 99 millimeters. And now for the public forecast for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy, with light to moderate showers and a low chance of thunder. Today's maximum will be 31.5 degrees Celsius, with winds easterly to southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour, becoming variable to calm overnight. seas will be moderate with waves 4 to 7 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. Tides will be low at 8:30 a.m. and high at 2:30 p.m. Sunset will be at 6:35 and sunrise at 5:51. Just to repeat the public forecast valid for today and tonight, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with light to moderate showers and a low chance of thunder. From the forecast desk at the Mons Bishop International Airport, I'm Jonathan Price. Have a great weekend.
Jonathan, I know you're anxious to start your exciting weekend, but just before you run off, in recent days, I've been, trying to find out what's happening, in terms of 3-day forecast. Are you able to tell us, are there any major activities, coming towards us?
3-day forecast, I said.
Well, not necessarily 3 days, but we want to just look ahead on the horizon, in terms of preparedness. Are there any waves or depressions or so heading our way?
Okay, so no problem. So currently, the only wave in the vicinity is the one that is currently affecting us. It's currently at approximately 60 degrees west, moving westward. And behind that, there's no wave that is in our area of interest. So over the weekend, we're looking at mainly fairer weather compared to the previous days.
Is there any way you can, sort of stretch that across so that if there are any more bad weather systems to come, they'll come at the end of August?
That's a bit of a stretch.
Jonathan, have yourself a wonderful weekend, man. You and your team at the Met Office.
You too, sir.
All right, folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited.
The 65th annual meeting of shareholders of Grenada Electricity Services Limited will be held virtually on Zoom as well as at the Grenada Trade Center Annex on Tuesday, 23rd July 2024 at 4:30 p.m. Each virtual attendee is required to register. Registrants must be verified by the Eastern Caribbean Securities Exchange. To allow adequate time for this process, we encourage shareholders to register early.
It's 9 minutes after 7 o'clock to end the news. A recap of the headlines. Grandin's Bus Owners Association provides free transportation to sickle cell patient. In the region, members of Guyana Defense Force held in army vehicle with marijuana. Internationally, the pressure mounts for Joe Biden as former President Barack Obama, along with former Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, they push Biden to reconsider 2024 race ahead of the convention. And in sports, the ICC has warned USA Cricket it risks being put on notice for non-compliance with its associate membership status. Now that's the morning edition of news for today, Friday, July 19th, 2024. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph, wishing you a pleasant, productive day, a very safe and restful weekend, and extending the invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we're with you anywhere and everywhere. God bless you.
Running a business is hard. Running a creative business, that's 10 times harder. The Grenada Office of Creative Affairs understands the unique challenges creative entrepreneurs face, especially when it comes to securing financing. That's why they have partnered with the Grenada Development Bank to launch the Creative and Cultural Industries Business Development Fund. Hello. Designed specifically for creative entrepreneurs like you and me. Unlock your full potential with our tailored financing options. Access loans of up to $50,000 at just 2% interest, empowering you to upgrade and expand your business. Receive business support vouchers of up to $5,000 to enhance your business plans, financial strategies, or marketing efforts. But that's not all. Nonprofits and community-based projects can secure grants of up to $25,000. So, what are you waiting for? Make the call today and learn how you can finance your dreams. Contact the Grenada Development Bank and unleash your creativity.
Flatlands, Parkship, and Print, together with Concept Events, present Pre-Day, the biggest show in Grenada's Carnival. Wednesday, August 7th, Grenada National Stadium. Gates open at 9 p.m. Showtime 10 p.m. A celebration of the Jab, featuring the Minister of Jab, the Jab Boss, Talpri. I am the Jab Boss. Certain things I end. Also featuring guest performances by TNT's Road March King, Mikhail Tasia, Nadia Batson, and Sass. Cohen Dubois, Problem Child, Lil Rick, Med Pipe and Status, Lyrical, Wasways, Boise, Lava Man, Horn, Terror, The Governor, Skinny Banter, Super Fly and Flip, Muddy and Squeezehead, Temperance Dash, and a whole lot more. Also, a special surprise guest. All early bird tickets are sold out. Get your $100 regular tickets right now, and also get your VIP $600 tickets. It is the biggest event to touch down this Carnival 2024. Pre-Day.
Get ready for the ultimate family fun day at PAL Kids Fest.
On July 20th at 1 p.m. at the Moulin Rouge playing field for an unforgettable day packed with excitement. And guess what? Admission is absolutely free.
Immerse yourself in a world of thrilling activities, from mini vehicles to bouncing castles, face painting, and so much more. There's something for everyone to enjoy.
And the fun doesn't stop there. We're giving away incredible prizes, including Amazon Fire Sticks and a flat screen TV. Don't miss your chance to win big. Eats and drinks on sale.
Don't miss out on the biggest event of summer. Bring the whole family and make unforgettable memories at PAL Kids Fest. See you there.
This ad is sponsored by Terry's Yacht Services, Modern Photo Studio, Maitland's Trucking Services, GBN, and 92.5 FM.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Last say I had a dream. It was a scary scene. A dream of soca monarch. Watch how the place mash up from front to back. Whoa, last say I dream. Soca monarch will never be the same. I say I dream. After last say I coming back again. Tell them I dream that people will be shouting out my name. I say I dream. Soca monarch. Last say I take us something and show me. Of course, right now, my name is Shamak. I want to say thank you so much to each and every one of you outside here for the support, for the continuous love from since last year to this year. You know, thank you so much to GBN. You know, again, just want to say to look out for Shamak in Groovy semi-finals, in Power Soca Monarch semi-finals, and most importantly, GBN Spice of the Carnival Soca Monarch. I definitely will be there as well, performing beautiful song, Dream. So look out for you guys there for the support. Thank you so much, Shamak.
Yeah, 16 minutes after 7 o'clock. Good morning. It's time for the conversation. As you can see, I've got guests with me in the studio. I've got with me to my extreme right, they say, always say ladies first, Miss Kristen Samuel. And to my immediate right is Mr. Leon Smith. Yeah. And I know Lester and Leslie. Just Brands is Leslie. Okay. Lester is the football coach.
Right.
Yeah, you understand? So that name came forth. They are representing the Grenada Postal Corporation.
That's right.
And they're here to tell us about, the life of the Postal Corporation and some new initiatives or enhancement of some of the products that they give us. So, good morning, Randall Robinson. How you doing, Papi? You good? Yeah, he's a nice fella.
Of course, definitely.
Yeah. Not because you're the only set you say.
No, true. He's an awesome boss.
Okay, good morning. Tell us, how is the Postal Corporation doing, man?
Well, very, very well. We took some new initiatives, launched some new products, some new services. That's what we want the public to know about, right? And post hurricane, right? We launched a new service. Well, actually, not actually new, but we reinvented a new service, a special offer flash courier service, right? Which Ms. Samuel will tell you about, and it's for people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique to help them in their situation.
That is awesome. Anything for Carriacou and Petit Martinique at the moment is on the top of the priority list.
Of course,
and it's good to see that the GPC is so forward thinking as to put that spin to it. That hey, Carriacou and Petit Martinique needs us more, or they need us more now, so let's Ms. Samuel?
Yes, so we are here from the Grenada Postal Corporation just to share a little bit of our flash courier delivery service, and this is a service that has been in existence for over a year, and our customers are very much satisfied with this service. And due to the impact of Hurricane Beryl to the north of the island, that is on our mainland, as well as in Carriacou and Petit Martinique, we saw it fitting to lend a hand as a corporation in providing some humanitarian service. And so the idea is to offer a special on our existing flash courier delivery service, and we call it the Domestic Rapid Relief, or the acronym DRR. And so this is specifically to provide assistance to those that have been affected by Hurricane Beryl, especially to the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique. And so it means that we, the corporation, will be assisting in the delivery of addressed packages to individuals that have been affected. And so this service is for individuals or businesses who are interested in sending relief items or essential items to the people that have been affected in Carriacou.
And these items include things like what? Because I might want to send up some stuff to my good friend Patrick Kajo in Lauriston and say, okay, I have a couple sheets of ply and so forth. Do you do this out of materials as well?
No.
Okay, good. Yes. So tell us what do you print?
Well, it's only essential items, right? So stuff that people use for relief. So you have your canned tunas, your bed sheet, your cover, and stuff like that people would need, right? Remember the Hurricane Ivan, you needed certain things, and when you got those things, you felt good.
Yeah,
we said
felt better.
Yes. Right. So that's the sort of relief items that, in your packages that we expect for you to send.
Okay.
Yeah, so things like clothing, food stuff. It may be personal effects as well.
Okay. And what's your method of freight? Air or by sea?
By sea.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. And costing, in terms of costing, it's relief. So Carriacou and Petit Martinique now, I wish it could be free or closest to free.
Well, we really wish it could be free as well. But this service, the DRR special, will commence on the 22nd of July. That is next Monday. So that's when we will officially start the rollout of this new special. We will be offering it at a nominal fee of $25. For
across the board?
Flat rate.
Well, it's a flat rate, and we have a limit of 40 pounds or 18 kgs. Okay. So you can send from 0 to 40 pounds at a nominal fee of $25.
And that's easy because nowadays Grenada is not quoting US.
Easy. Yes, that is easy.
Okay.
That is easy.
Wow.
So basically, if you have the box cost, poundage is 40. I know it's 41 pounds. You have to put a 1 pound along in another box.
And pay another $25.
Yes, another $25.
Okay.
Well, we would, hope that does not happen. And of course, we will try to facilitate as much as possible, because we do know that it is, for relief efforts. And we would try, as people come, we would try our best to, accommodate however, we see fit.
Yeah. Because I know in that case, as it relates to the weight, it might not be fully dependent on you, but also the means of transporting
Definitely.
it. The boat or Osprey or Dollar Sea or whoever might say, okay, we're doing this together. This is the limit that we want on the packages. So, but it's a wonderful initiative.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever visited Carriacou since Beryl?
Yes, I've been up there twice.
Oh,
yes.
I think I'm just gonna have to ask management to give me a trip to Carriacou to have a full appreciation for what's happening up there. How was it?
Yeah, it was really, very, It's hard to explain, but it's not as what you see on the television or on the news. Also, when you get there, you are affected much more, and it's really touching to see the effects and what the people are going through.
I am really, really, really happy that even the Postal Corporation, because in the day in which we live, people are thinking everything is done electronically nowadays, so people don't need the Postal Corporation anymore. But that's not the case.
That is far from the truth. And so we are here to bring an awareness that the post is still relevant and the post is still in existence, or as much as we know that things are not the way that it used to be because of the technology and the different competitions and so, but the post still remains relevant. And it is even more relevant now because we do have a number of employees in Carriacou. Right, and they too have been affected, and so that was part of the reason we visited Carriacou, was to look out for our colleagues. And they are actually used to delivering packages and mail. And so it means, therefore, that the corporation already has the networking when it comes to the delivery in Carriacou and PT Martinique. And so because we are used to that is what we do delivering. And so it is just fitting now. And we just want to be able to assist in whatever way that we can, because, of course, the employees up there, the staff up there, would have their sources, they would know the people because they are used to dealing with the people up there. And so it just makes it easier for us to provide that sort of assistance.
There's something I want to find out. I have the need to use it now, but I haven't used it in so long a period of time that I'm wondering if it's still available. At one point, I had bought a post box in the US.
Yes.
Where I can ship things to the post box and then in turn ship it here. That service is still available?
It still exists, and that's one of our most popular services that is being utilized right now.
Like really?
Like really. Yes. Because a lot of things is everything. A matter of fact, everything is online. As much as we like to buy our products, and so here there are a lot of people who tend to want to shop online.
Yeah, Temu.
Yes.
That's the best site. Temu.
And so this the GPC Global Service is what we offer for persons who are interested in shopping online.
So in my case, that I haven't used that box in years.
You're still a customer, so we just need to reactivate you. So we can take your information afterwards, and then we'll sort you out.
Lovely.
We'll sort you out.
God has a way of bringing the right people together. Yes,
we'll sort you out.
Yes. So in addition to that relief effort that you all are doing for Carriacou and PT Martinique, what else is happening in the GPC at the moment?
Right, there's a lot happening at the GPC at the moment, which we would want to share a little bit later. But we
you mean later in the program?
Yes, later in the program. Yeah. Okay. But can we just continue a little more onto the relief effort?
Please, yes. You want to stick to the point.
We don't want to stay too much.
Because there are some other information that we want to share. Because even as this is a special, there are certain guidelines and criteria. When it comes to the DRR service that we want to share as well. So the service, as we said, is for 0 to 40 pounds, and we do have persons can access it at various locations island-wide. And so we have the main office, of course, the head office. You can do that there, as well as our sub-offices, which is Bruce Street and Grandlands. We also have our district offices, which is Gore, Victoria, Sutter's, Grenville, St. David's. So these are the locations at which you can access so that you can send your relief and essential items from these locations. And it's very much convenient and accessible because think about it. You just go to the post office, you drop your stuff off, and then we do the rest. We take care of it. So if, for example, you live in Sutter's also, you go to your nearest Sutter's post office, you do that, and then we bring it down, do whatever processing that we need to do, send it to Carriacou, with whatever vessel we choose, and then we deliver.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's easy and convenient.
So I live at Corinth in St. David. Can I go to the office in Corinth? Or
no, you'll have to go to the one by the police station. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
You'll have to go to that one. Again. It's accessible in different locations. We do have some prohibited goods. So, for example, we would not be accepting the DRO service, would not be accepting perishable or breakable.
Okay, you're not breakable and perishable. So, okay. As you said earlier, things like the bed sheets and the
yes. Okay. Because you remember, the packages and as well the packages will be required to be packaged robustly. Because remember, it will have to, be suited for transportation and handling. Right, from one point to the next, going on cargo and then delivery. So it will have to take a lot of shipping. So it has to be packaged robustly. And chances are, if you have breakable stuff and so in there, it could be, it could get damaged. So we try to avoid perishable and the breakable items as well.
Okay, that's good. That's for thinking.
Our next thing is that make sure that you label your boxes properly. Person's name, make sure you have a telephone number, and you contact the person telling them that they will be receiving our package, so we know exactly who to give it to, right?
A quick question: if I want to, if I put something, I deliver something in the post office today. When can the person in Carriacou or Pittimatnik expect to receive it?
Within 5 days.
Yeah. Okay, 5 working days.
Yeah, within 5 working days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because we do have some cutoff times and so on. Because we don't have our own vessel, we have to rely on others to do that. And because we want to facilitate persons in the district offices and not necessarily people in St. George's only. So it would run we do have a schedule which is subject to change. But tentatively for the time being, we would have like a cutoff time on Tuesdays, like 10 a.m. And so persons can drop off or send their stuff the Monday and then Tuesday morning 10 a.m. for the latest. And so we'll try to have it sent up on the Wednesday, and we'll try to do the delivery on Thursday, Friday. So it's possible that it could be less than the 5 days, but we're working with a 5-day for Carriacou.
But you all have this thing well strategized.
Thank you.
Yes, very strategized.
We put a lot of thought into it.
Yes. Mr. Robinson, again, good morning. I can see your stewardship in this.
Yes.
And this service will become available from Monday, right?
From Monday, yes.
Okay, and is there a time span to it?
Definitely, yes.
How long do you intend to keep that service running?
We will be starting on the 22nd of July, and we'll be ending on the 30th September.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like a 3-month thing.
Yes.
July, August, 2 months basically.
Yeah.
2 months. Okay. If the need arises for it to be extended,
then we will.
That will be considered.
Yes.
Okay.
And if the need arises as well for us to extend on the delivery time, for example, we plan to do it once or twice per week for now, like say Thursday, Friday. If the need arises again and we have more volume, then we will reconsider probably doing it another day, like delivery on a Tuesday. Okay. But that again depends on the volume and if the need arises.
And then again, availability of space on the carriers.
Yes, that too.
A lot of the carriers will be carrying up cumbersome stuff like the plyboard and the galvanized and so forth. So sometimes,
yes.
Yeah. And one of our participants asked, would you be accepting liquid items?
Yes, but again, apart from the perishable and breakable, we also have to be mindful of illegal substances, hazardous or dangerous goods.
Okay.
So once it does not fall within that category, once it's not hazardous, dangerous, or illegal, then yes.
Okay. All right. Maybe that answers your question. Okay. Once it's not hazardous, dangerous, and could cause damage and so forth, then yes, sure. So the things like your laundry detergent and all this sort of things.
Yes.
Water.
Yes, because I've been up there, and one of the requests is laundry detergent because people had a lot of washing to do and all of that. So that is something that somebody would request.
So I actually hit the nail on the head.
Yes.
Okay. So folks, you heard it. It starts on Monday the 22nd and it runs in the first phase up to the end of September. And if the need comes, it will be reconsidered to extend it. So take advantage of it. Those of you who have friends, relatives, loved ones in Carriacou or Pretty Matnick and want to get things to them in an expressed manner, then you need to contact the Grenada Postal Corporation.
That's correct.
That's correct.
Yes.
Nice.
And so, of course, the corporation is, obligated. As we said, this service is not necessarily for to make a profit, because it's really, trying to provide assistance, as we say, humanitarian service. It's just trying to help the situation in Carriacou. So, it may seem $25, but we would have done our work in terms of the cost analysis and so. And it really is not an initiative to make any profits. It's really to assist.
It's a break-even something.
Yes,
Someone wants to find something out. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, is that a number how you can contact the post office at? And secondly, how would the item be delivered in Carriacou? Is there transportation in Carriacou to take it?
Okay, so you want a contact number for the GPC. Okay, all right. Contact number?
Yeah, so the number is 437-7678, and that's 437 post.
437 POSTE. That's 73.
ST. No E.
Say that?
No E. POST.
POST. Yeah. Okay. I said E?
Yeah.
Oh, that must be. I need to be fired. Yeah, POST. Okay. I can't believe I said that, nonetheless. Okay, and in terms of the other question, how it will be delivered, you need not worry about the logistics of delivery. All you need to do is you deliver it at one of the centers.
Yes.
And that's it. It will be ensure that it is properly labeled, the person's name, the recipient's name, their contact number, and live it up to the Postal Corporation.
Yes. But just to reassure that caller, we do have the means of transportation in Carriacou. We do have a mail van up there, and we also have scooter. This was in existence even before Hurricane Beryl. And so this is how our mail and so were being delivered before. And so it's just a matter of continuing with that. And if needs be, and we need to add another, transportation or another vehicle, then we will do that.
Any intention? I'm seeing the helicopters flying. Are you acquiring a helicopter?
Not as yet.
Yeah, but it's not something that we should look too far from. I mean, in this situation now, I think we see how important it is to have other means of transportation, like a helicopter. Yeah. Let's take this other call as we do the wrap. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning. Do the post office still do Visa online?
Yes.
Okay, answer this.
Yes, we do. That's another service. Well, you were asking earlier about a number for service, and we have quite a number of them. And the online visa application, we do facilitate that service at the Grenada Postal.
Okay. All right. As we wrap up quickly, let's tell the listeners some of the other services. Because to be honest with you, my dispensation, I started thinking, well, why we need a postal corporation still?
Wow.
You understand? Because I remember as a little boy growing up, ever so often my aunts from Canada would send box, and mommy and I would have to go to Granville to clear the box and so forth. But nowadays, people don't do that anymore. Do people still do that?
People still do that.
Yeah, and letters and things like that. People still post letters.
Yes.
Wow.
We are still relevant.
Still.
We are.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't mean it that way. Did you have a pick-up service? Do you have a pick-up service? Someone is asking that. No, you have to deliver. You have to deliver it
at the location.
The Postal Corporation office. They will deliver it to the recipient in Carriacou or Pitimatnik. But as for sending it off, you have to deliver it properly addressed and everything to one of the Postal Corporation. Just tell them the centers again that they can drop off.
So we have the sub office, that's Bruce Street, that's opposite Grand Lake, and we have Grand Anse. We have the district offices, which is Guelph, Victoria, Sauters, Grenville, and St. David.
Okay.
Yeah, and of course our head office, that's Burns Point.
Okay. All right. Okay. Anything else you'd like to add?
So the services,
Yes.
So we have the no delivery service where you can send your items or your packages, whatever, to from post office to post office. So if I'm in head office, I want to send something to Grenville, right? You come in to sign up on one of our bags, you put your item in, you buy the bags. I think the bags range from $5 to $25, right? And the person you send it to picks it up at Grenville or any other offices, right? And then we have the flash courier service, right, which our service is branched out from, right? Flash courier service, you can send your item to anywhere, to anybody, to anywhere you want it to go.
In the world?
Within
Grenada. Okay.
Within. Then we have GPC Global, which you were talking about, right? We have a US address, so if you want to order something from Amazon, Shein, all these other companies outside, you can order it with us. We have very cheap rates, we have competitive pricing, and we ensure that we give you a kind of family service.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other?
That's good.
Yes. So we still do have our regular parcel posts, as you mentioned. We still accept packages from overseas. That's regular parcel posts. And if you have family and friends overseas and you want to send them some black wine or some cake or some candies or confectionaries, you can come to the post office and we can send it off for you. We also have, these are some of our regular services that have been in existence for a long time. We also have our express mail service that is within 3 to 5 working days. We can expedite packages for you within certain region. We also have the flash cash service, which is a money transfer service. It's like a money order where you go to the post office. Similar to the Now service, it is from post office to post office. Now, the post office is known for postal money order because this is a thing for post office. So now we're trying to kind of move away from the manual aspect because everything is so electronic. And so the flash cash, it is a means of sort of sending something like a money order, but doing it electronically. So if, for example, you want to send some money to somebody in Grenville, you can visit any post office like Grand Anse, Bruce Street, or head office, and you can send money from those locations, and we can deliver it, or the recipient can collect it at Grenville. You would decide where you want the person to collect it.
They collect cash.
They collect cash.
Okay.
Yes, so that's another service that we also have. And we will be looking to probably facilitate that type of service in Carriacou and Pitimatnik as well, especially now. But of course, we know that facility is an issue in terms of security and the building and so, because we will be operating remotely over there.
Okay.
So but this is something that we will be considering for the people of Carriacou.
That's wonderful. Somebody wants to find something else. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you. First time calling. As I'm listening there, I have a daughter in Seattle, Washington. I normally use the post office, but I find the system, it takes so long. It's sometimes 3 weeks and she don't get the package. What is wrong internationally that they don't have that kind of speedy thing? And it's confectionery I usually send for her, and sometime when she get the package, most of them is spoiled. Up to last week, she called me and told me the black cake, she said, "Mommy, it's spoiled again." So that was 3 times I sent in things over 21 days. This is long.
Okay.
So I want to find out if there is a shorter period, a shorter way of doing business like overseas, the U.S.
Okay.
For example.
Thank you, caller.
Right. So, yes, you can send your black cake and so on. And what happened is we have different types of service, and there's different timelines in terms of the delivery. So the regular parcel post, as what the customer is referring to, the normal time for that is 2 to 3 weeks. But we do have a shorter time service, which is the express mail service, and this one is where we offer 3 to 5 working days. So depend on the item that you're sending, you would probably select the best option based on the goods that you're sending.
And of course, with that higher level of efficiency, there will be a cost to it.
Yes, there will be a cost to it.
Okay.
And another thing also is that since after COVID, we have some challenges in terms of the timeline and the airlines and so, because that's what we use, and so there are some little issues in terms of the airlines and getting stuff going, which we have no control over, really. Yeah.
Okay. All right, we've exhausted our time. I hope I do not get written up this morning, but nonetheless, thank you very much, and I really do applaud that initiative.
Thank you so much.
And as time progresses, we'll have more conversations and let the populace know of some of the exciting things that are still happening in the Grenada Postal Corporation.
Thank you so much, and it's a pleasure to be here. We just want to also commend Dagmar, for the tremendous work that they're doing in Carriacou, and we just want to say that what this initiative here, because they would have welcomed the initiative, and we thank them so much for that. Because what is happening in Carriacou and Petit Matnik, you have to deal with NAGMA because they're the person here. So, and they welcome the initiative, so we thank them so much. And this service is basically a complementary or support to what they are already doing.
To the relief efforts.
Yes, to the relief efforts. Yeah, and we thank the RGPF as well, because they also offer some assistance in terms of security up there, because the situation in terms of operating mobile, it would require some type of security. So we thank them so much. Yes, and thank you for having us.
Thank you very much. Folks, we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Good day, ma'am. What would make it easier for you to reduce your plastic waste?
Definitely incentives for bringing back plastic bottles, like discounts and loyalty points. It would motivate me to recycle more.
I think if restaurants let us use our own takeout containers, it's all about convenience,
It would help if manufacturers start using less packaging altogether.
Better infrastructure, more investment in recycling facilities, and innovative solutions to tackle this growing problem of plastic pollution. It's not just about individual action, it's about systemic change.
With our population growing and plastic becoming more prevalent in packaging, we have to equip our waste management agencies to keep pace with change and handle the load.
There you have it, folks, straight from the streets. People are willing to do the responsible thing if we create the conditions for them to do so.
Recycle OECS. Green actions, blue oceans.
Fly the Jones, Switch, it's Lava Man. It's all about Spice Up the Car Night Soca Mona competition. It starts on the 26th of July. It's going to go on to the 2nd of August, then the 9th for the finals. I will be the host. Fly the Jones, Switch. Get there, see you there, be there. Nothing but vibes. Real mashup, yeah? Mad.
I want you to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where
mentioned Wing Kai, then you have things like Man, you must come back, you know. We have the low power that.
It is kind of like the same Man, and it's just different name for the same kind of thing.
And last but not least, I just want to say to all the men who saw me, call me, and ask for a piece of cake. I'm baking this weekend.
Join us Fridays at 8 on GBN Television, K105 FM, GBN's Facebook page, and YouTube channel for We Culture.
GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative. Thank you for making us number one. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11. K105.5 and 105.9, Hot 98.5 and 98.7, GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel, and www.gbn.gd. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere.
Get the kids together. Get them dressed. We're heading out to total fun and excitement. It's Uncle Talbrig Kids Fest, Saturday, 27 July. More rides, more slides, more go-kart, more horseback riding, more games, more bouncy castle, and much more face painting. And all rides are free. Huh? That's right. All rides are free. Just get the kids in. Plus, much more cartoon characters. All the kids' favorite Grenadian superstars will be there. Live. Talbrig, Baby Bree, Lava Man, Boise, Wasway, Dash, Temptress, Superfly and Flint, Little Jello, Muddy and Squeezehead, Soca Jeff, and more. Saturday, 27 July, Monroe's Playing Field, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. Admission adults, $20. Children, pay $10. It's their special occasion. Uncle Talbrig's Kids Fest 2024. It's gonna be bigger and better. I am the
Everybody jump. Welcome back. It's 12 minutes away from 8 o'clock. The conversation is on. I'd like to hear from you. Before we go any further, two things. A number of things I'd like to get across. Firstly, to the relevant authorities, it is being reported of a very huge boulder that has gotten loose, and that's in the Providence area, Providence in St. David, talking close to Dudma, coming from Windsor Forest or from Syracuse and heading up to Central area. All right, it's close to the dwelling house of the bowlers. All right, it has gotten loose from the earth and rolled into the drain. So if we have a serious downpour of rain now, that drain will be blocked and it will result in the flooding of the resident of the bowlers. So please, the relevant authorities, go on out and take care of that as urgently as possible. Also, from the management of the Roots Calypso 10, they'd like to thank all your patrons who turned out last night to that grand launch, and from all indications it was a very, very well attended event. I understand there were some issues with the sound system and so forth, but in essence the artists, they delivered well, and kudos to the management and the tent for that, and of course you, the patrons, who supported so wonderfully. The band, Back in Times Band, Mr. K-Mac and the team, they did an excellent job. And also there's something that's been making the rounds on the social media yesterday, and involving me. All right, yes, truly, another media outlet saw it fit to, record one of our programs, the Good Morning Grenada programs, in which one of a member of the audience called and was making reference to something that was said as it relates to the payments of the $44 million to Grenada in relief, and that is the case. However, that other media outlet used a photograph of a former MP in the person of Anthony Boswin and was saying that, okay, that was the voice of Anthony Boswin, and created a whole stir. But I am here to publicly state that this conversation as to identifying that was Anthony Boswin's voice, that had nothing to do with me nor the GBM. The gentleman that I'm referring to is my good friend, so I'd like to suggest to him that in the event that you're looking for good content and so forth for programming, you can always give me a call and let's get it going. But it's not it's not prudent, it's not right to that was a bit of misleading the public, both on my part, the GBN's part, and so forth. So let's just get it right next time, all right? 9 minutes on to, as a matter of fact, a goodly gentleman was supposed to call in to the program this morning, but I think something, I don't know, for some reason, if maybe he tried calling or, to do some clarification on that, because some of my some members of my listening audience were very, very disturbed by that, because they know yours truly don't make such irresponsible comments, and that gentleman, who was also a former MP, was ready and willing to defend some of the statements that were made as it relates to that particular story. It was a big story, had to do with the former government leadership and so forth, was saying that it's a visionary leadership that have Grenada benefiting that today, and he was actually defending that was actually the case. So let's go to the telephone line and say good morning, caller. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
How are you?
I'm alive and thankful. Welcome to the program.
Yes, I'm glad you cleared the air on that situation. I hope you have a blessed weekend. But this is pertaining to the bus drivers. Congratulate them to helping the sickle cell individual with sickle cell. But the government has spoken about the same card for senior and elderly, where it will give them a card to assist with transportation because they're unable to be dropped off and picked up anywhere. The bus drivers took the initiative to help this individual with sickle cell. So I'm trying to remind the government that same card could be extended, should be extended for sickle cells, as it is for the sickle cell. It should be extended for the seniors and elderly and disabled. The card would help them get to the hospital and then able to get to the bus stop when it's raining. The same card could be extended for them.
Okay.
Amen. Have a good weekend.
You too. Have a good one, bro. Thank you very much. 6 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Yes, and that's something I'd really like to. You see, ever so often we like to, beat up on the bus drivers and so forth. I would say, Ghanaians bus drivers, this is a very, very commendable effort, that initiative that they have taken, and I'd really like to applaud them on this. All right, so kudos to the members of the Grenada Bus Association. Okay, we seem to have lost that caller. In case you're trying to get into the program, 435-2041. Good morning, Nutmeg Queen and Hillary Harrison. Good morning to all of you wonderful folks. Okay, I know some folks are counting down the days to get home for the season. Back to the telephone line. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Well, let me hasten to commend you for hosting such a popular, well-listened, and of course informative program. I am tempted to say stand and take a bow, but in the interest of being called for repetition, I won't, because it's just a few days ago I posted on social media asking the former Prime Minister to come forward and take a bow. So I won't ask you to do so in that case.
Okay.
Nevertheless.
Good. Lovely.
Yeah. Right. Well, I listened to the program a few days ago, and I heard a caller. I don't know. I did not identify the voice that well, but he made some erroneous, misleading, false statements regarding that CCRIF fund. Now, you know, we have a tendency in Grenada, and that has been exhibited in the last few years, to dismiss, disregard, minimize the contributions made by others. And I think that's rather unfortunate. We in 2004, we had Hurricane Ivan back-to-back with Emily. And 80% of our housing stock and our productive sector was devastated. In 2007, the World Bank and the other financial institution came up with that insurance fund. Now, Grenada was the first to join. Quite recently, when the check was being handed over to the government of Grenada, it was the CCRIF officials who said, and we could go back and listen to them, that it took great political will on behalf of the government to join the fund at the time. The caller's statement that Grenada was reneging on the payment, that's totally false. Now, this is a matter that was ventilated in Parliament, and of course, as I don't know if the caller is through ignorance or what, once there's an authority to pay through the consolidated fund or to borrow from local banks, that clause was exercised. No banks, as the caller alluded to, no banks would step in and pay no insurance policy for millions of dollars for anyone or government, save and except there's some authority to borrow with a promise to repay. So I think it was a time for us to commend the government then that did a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful insurance policy. It insured Grenada for even for heavy rainfall, sea surge. So fishermen can benefit. It insured service providers, Green Lake, Nawasa, and so on. You know, what I notice is this pattern that we exhibited in Grenada over the years. We just disrespect contribution made by others. It was quite evident in our independence celebration, where I looked at how the late Gary's, how his contribution was minimized to the point where we didn't see it necessary for his standalone achievements on taking Grenada to independence, even in turbulent times. You know, I think we should step back a little bit and cease and desist from that sort of thing. We received the highest payout ever in the history of that fund, and it's not by accident. We were not the only one hit by the hurricane. Look at St. Vincent. St. Vincent was hit also, Jamaica. But they did not receive that type of assistance, that type of benefit from that insurance.
So, caller, let me just interject a bit. Are you talking from a place of authority that you know it was a case of the government at the time seeing it fit to get involved in that insurance package, and it wasn't something that was, although it is stated that it was suggested or initiated by the World Bank and other major financial bodies, but are you categorically stating that it was due to the leadership of the day at the time that ensured that and saw it fit for Grenada to get themselves involved in this?
Certainly. It was not by accident. I mean, we all beat up, as we say in the local parlance, we jump up on the government chest at the time when the stadium fell and we didn't have insurance, and we gave them a lot of licks for it. And when I said I led the charge on that. Yes, it was the government who saw it fit based on their experience in 2004, 2005, the back-to-back hurricane devastation of Grenada, where our productive sector was completely destroyed, including 80% of the housing stock. Isn't that like what? I mean, Beryl is a joke compared to what we witnessed in Ivan. Yes, it was on the part of the government. If someone is saying visionary leadership, I don't have a problem with that. That statement is totally correct. Because in 2007, we were struggling to rebuild our productive sector, the housing stocks, and all of that. And in spite of all of that, we saw the need to join that insurance. What is so difficult to say, yes, it was a good thing done by the former Prime Minister, Dr. Kit Mitchell. I mean, I have been one of the most brutal and vicious critics of Dr. Mitchell for decades, over 20 years. And here I am, acknowledging the fact that he did something good.
Here I am in the person of whom I am trying to figure out who is this.
Michael Batiste.
Okay, all right, thank you.
I mean, I first posted the article on social media asking him to come forward and take a bow. He didn't post it. My article was the first one there asking him to come forward and take a bow. As a matter of fact, I sent him a message on Facebook. I said, come and take a bow. Here, I condemn you for so many things, but here you did a good thing. You insured Grenada, and we are reaping the benefits today. I mean, I was called all sorts of names, the scum of the earth, a dog, and all sorts of things, just by merely acknowledging something good that was done by someone. I mean, could you imagine in these difficult times, with our economy what it is today, if we had to find 118 million, plus a 9 million for Greenlake, plus a 2 point something for Nawasa, plus monies for fishermen. I mean, I have interest in the fishing district, and I know that some fishermen boats were damaged. I mean, why can't we just acknowledge that it was something good? We insured for heavy rainfall. So it means even if we didn't get a hurricane and we have a heavy rainfall, we would be insured. And I think that the government then should take about this nonsense about reneging and loans and banks. Total nonsense. There was an election in 2008. The then government of the New National Party lost the election to the NDC. Government is a continuum. So obviously the premium had to be paid. They lost again in 2013, and they continue to pay the premium. And I think we as Grenadians should be thankful. We should say, look, St. Vincent got hit too. The Union Islands and other islands were destroyed. But they are not receiving the type of assistance that we are receiving. Why can't we just, for once, put aside politics and say it was a good thing? That does not mean I can't go on criticizing Dr. Mitchell for things that was done wrong, but at least we should man up and say, job well done. And I want to say to him again, and the government at the time, it was vision and foresight to ensure that you insure Grenada, so should in the event of natural disaster, we were first in line. The insurance policy was not just for Grenada. It was not a gift. The World Bank and the other financial institutions came up with that insurance fund, and they invited countries that are hurricane prone, Grenada, some Central American states to participate. But we knocked at the door first, and we said, here we are, we want to be insured, and hence the reason why we got the largest payout. So I said kudos again. I mean, who vex? I don't really matter about that, right? Okay. It was a good thing. It was a good thing that he did that. And we can go on criticizing him for all other things after that. But for heaven's sake, as I said in my post, give Jack his jacket. I thank you so much and continue with your good works. Yeah?
Thank you, bro. Have yourself a wonderful day now. All right, folks, so you heard it there. That was former MP Michael Baptiste just trying to get some clarification on, that buzzing topic that we had earlier in the week that created so much a buzz that, people needed clarification on. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning. I'm trying to get away from my phone, from the noise. Quickly, I haven't heard all sides of that story, but I did see something in social media about a week or so ago, which I thought was a bit kind of overblown. But let us be sensible people. Let's look at the context. And from everybody I've heard speak about this matter, this initiative came out of a Grenada experience because of what we had in 2004 and 2005. So it should have been absurd of Grenada not to join. Here is something being undertaken on you because of your experience, and you will decline to be part of it. So it was good that they did it, but it was almost the obvious thing for them to do. As the kids would say, duh. This thing is done because of you, and you're saying you're not going to be a part. So I'm saying here it is a good thing, and they must be commended. But it doesn't take vision to do the obvious. You understand what I'm saying, in a sense?
Yeah.
You're not visionary for doing what is obvious. The world saw your need, and they came up with something. So, does it take vision to say, yes, we would join? It must have been a sacrifice, and it took some will, but it was so obvious. Duh. So, we have to be balanced. We have to give credit where credit is due. But to say it was visionary, it was, to me, this is stretching it a bit. Okay. I try to be fair, but to me, to say it was visionary, it is a major, massive stretch. But they did it, and they must be commended for doing it.
Okay.
Okay?
Have a good one, caller.
You're most welcome.
Have a blessing one.
Sure.
Good. 8 minutes after 8 here. We don't have the BBC at the moment, so we sort of extend a bit, yeah?
Hey, Mr. Roots, what's going on, boy?
Okay, so the relevant authorities, the Ministry of Mobilization and so forth, I think, what's that other ministry? But please look at that situation in Providence. It needs urgent attention with that big boulder that rolled and is currently blocking the drain. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent.
Morning, how you do?
I'm okay. And since the other day, I had to tell you that in a man like you in your capacity, you should reach in Carrico and make a check so that you will come to able to relate to the people better.
Well, okay, let me tell you what I can promise you, right? I can promise you that by this time next week, when I speak about Carrico and Pidimantnik, I will be speaking from a place of authority because I would visit there.
Okay, let me teach you this. Anytime after a disaster, you have a window to operate. You have the immediate after the disaster, and you have 1, 2, 3 days, and then you have 4, 5, 6 days, and then you have 6 and 7. If you don't do most of the things, you have to do that between that window. But I still give you a break.
Okay.
Right. One of the things like what Mr. Baptiste explaining. A lot of things we see in Dona, we think is as it happened, the government do it. In connection with the linesmen coming into Grenada to help, it's not because of this thing. This is something all electrical company years ago, they come to an agreement called talk with each other, and they plan that any time that the island is hit, they'll be sending linesmen come. The electrical company in the country will get it, just as to relate to managers, and the thing is coming. And it's up in a way that they will come. You will prepare housing, transportation, and food. But the country they're coming from going to pay all the wages, whether it's overtime or the day work. So as you see it flowing in now, it's not now. It's something they saw years ago to do.
Okay.
So it's not like it just happened like thing. But I have a lot of things to talk about.
Yeah,
but we don't
have the time. Okay, thanks for understanding that, man. Have a good one. All right, let's take one of our WhatsApp contributors. Good morning, caller.
Morning, boss.
How are you doing?
I did, boy. I was proud of you last night, you know. You inside. You settle.
Okay.
The things start from when you come in.
Okay. All right.
And my wife said, well, that's how they have to put on it. That's how they have to put it down.
Okay.
Yeah, I was proud of you, man.
Okay, thanks.
You know, I like going to people, and that is that.
And is that?
And is that?
How is she now? Okay, he ran off. All right. 11 minutes after 8 o'clock, and let's see. I wonder if I can accommodate just one last caller. Let's do that. Let's accommodate another caller. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Hi, welcome to the program.
I'm good. And how are you, sir?
I am alive and thankful, most importantly. How about you?
I'm alright too. For the time being.
Good.
By the grace of God.
Good.
And let us thank God for all what happened. That most of us are still alive still.
Okay.
Right. In that debate, I don't see the sense for this debate backward and forward about visionary, who is visionary and who is not visionary.
You have something in the background that is extremely loud.
Yeah. Who is not visionary and who is visionary. Is there need for that? There was an opportunity that Grenada joined that insurance, and they did it, and we benefiting today. Okay. And praise goes to the person who caused it to happen. And I don't see nothing wrong if Dr. Mitchell was the person that caused it to happen. There's nothing wrong in giving him the praise.
Right.
So I just backwards forward on that. Dr. Mitchell was the person in charge. This minister, the President Mitchell, he's in charge now. They think that he will get praise for 20 years after.
Okay. Good point.
I don't see why we're going with that. We should be glad and proud now that Grenada can benefit, and other islands can take a pattern from Grenada to benefit from it.
Okay.
And let us stop this thing about who is visionary and he will not a visionary and whatnot. Dr. Mitchell make mistakes and he have to be blamed for his mistake. But when he do things right, good, we should praise him for it.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how people feel.
Okay. Thank you.
You have to praise him for it.
Thank you, caller.
Right.
Thank you very much. 13 minutes after 8, folks, we've got to end it here. I wish we could have gone on for a little longer, but, there are structures in place. Before we go, I want to say good morning to Celine's Fruity Palace, all those of you in there at the moment. Good morning, Celine. How are you doing? Always locked on, as always. Have a good day. One oats and peanut smoothie coming up. And, okay, tell you what. I'm going to stretch. Good morning, caller.
Oh, yes. Good morning to you.
Welcome. You're the lucky one this morning.
Thank you very much. Now, my concern, according to your last caller, this debate going backward and forward, it's upsetting the whole system. That is the reason why we looking at the education department and we getting so backward there. We're using too much of these energies to argue with each other. I don't know when it's going to take us, to come forward, to unite, to agree, have one common understanding. That's why you see we're in a leadership crisis situation here, because we argue over nothing. When I listen to the radio station, I want to hear positive things. End of story.
Okay, and it's that
backward and forward, with these issues. It doesn't make sense.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Have a great weekend, okay?
I'll listen to you, sir.
All right. God blessing. God's richest blessings to you. Folks, this is where we've got to pull it down. All those of you locked in from the diaspora and so forth, good morning, good day. Thanks for being with us, and have yourselves a great weekend. If the good Lord spare our lives, we'll do it together again on Monday. Same place, same time, same frequencies, channels, and platforms. Be positive. Remember to smile to someone today. A smile is contagious. Bye-bye. Love you.
Hey!